Today, we're going to talk about imprinting. I know what you're going to think. You're going to think it's about ducks. And actually, it is about ducks, but it's also about you and your love life. Now, just wait a minute here. Think about what imprinting means. If you've ever taken a Psych 101 class or maybe psych class in high school, you'll know that when a baby duck, whatever it sees, whether it's me or another baby duck, it thinks it's its mother, and it becomes emotionally bonded. Okay, so you got that down. It's about the ducks. Now, with imprinting, though, there's a lot of research out there that says we imprint ourselves. Now, we know we do that the first 2 or 3 years in life with our significant caretakers. Usually it's mommy or daddy. Could be a grandma, grandpa. Thank God for grandma and grandpas, because we don't know where we would be without them. They are God's gift to us. Or maybe an aunt or an uncle. However, there's another developmental stage, somewhere between the ages of 7 and 12, depending upon your individual developmental stage. Makes sense, right? We're all different. At that point, we imprint to somebody about lust and passion. What happens there is it's usually called what? That puppy love, first time crush, the love of your life. Now, normally you outgrow that and you get to see that what you loved in that person isn't really real. But for a few of us, we become stuck. This would be me and maybe you. I am the poster child of imprinting. You're going to read about it in the book, Big Girls Do Cry, my 3-decade affair with Frankie Valli of the Four Seasons. Now, for all of you guys that are my age, I bet a lot of you had a poster of that red bathing suit, Farrah Fawcett, and maybe, well, you had some intimate moments with her in your bedroom. I'm not going to go there, okay? However, you never met Farrah. You never slept with Farrah. You didn't give your virginity to Farrah. So you outgrew it. Maybe you were attracted to blondes. Maybe you were attracted to red bathing suits, and you didn't understand why. But you went on to normal, healthy development. Unlike me, I had the affair. I met the man. And some of us, not just me, there's a lot of us, meet Mr. All That in a bag of chips, kinda maybe reminds you of somebody when you're 7 through 12, P. Diddy. I don't know who it could be for you. The cool cousin that comes in and he's like 19 and you develop a fixation. Okay, or maybe it's the good old farm boy that comes in with a pickup truck like Blake on The Voice. Love Blake. Never fixated on him, but, well, that's a potential. Anyhow, when you get, here's the pirate, the one who steals everything in school, but he's such a bad boy. I think we might have another bad boy here. Oh, no, he looks kind of like the sports guy. The point I'm trying to make here is everybody, surfer dude, Beach Boys. Everybody has their own imprint. The problem is a lot of us don't outgrow it, and we're imprinted in our mind, and we may indeed marry someone that is not our imprint. And then 6 or 7 years down the line, we're unhappy. We're dissatisfied. I mean, maybe Mr. All That Racing guy is really, really cool, but he's not the dude you imprinted with. So although he's being very good to you, hi, honey, I love you. What do you need at the grocery store? And you're a good dad too? Well, that's a significant oddity. But you still want him. So you're unhappy and you start seeking outside the marriage. Nobody knows. You look happy. You have everything, but you're screwed up because you are still imprinted on the dude. Okay? Now, what you can do with that information, I'm going to tell you, it is not an easy road. The first thing I recommend is that you, in your mind, go back to that year, 7, 8, 9. For me, it was at Stamp Auditorium in Youngstown, Ohio, when I saw Frankie and he had the velvet suits on and sang, "My eyes adored you." And then I would have slit my wrist for the rest of my life, damaging great relationships, throwing away a wonderful marriage, always within my soul, within myself, discontent, unsatisfied. You need to take a good look at yourself. See if you are imprinted. See if you are dissatisfied. Have you let a lot of the good guys go? Have you set your standards so high that you have a personal checklist, and unless it's actually, well, let me find Frankie. Frankie, I don't even know where. See, he's so fabulous, I can't even find him. If you can't even compete with that, I mean, let's face it, after giving myself in a gorgeous hotel with a limousine ride to Frankie Valley of the Four Seasons in a lush environment, you know, going back to high school in the back of the school band and doing it with a trumpet player wasn't exactly going to cut the cords, you know? I was like, doesn't quite stand up to my status quo. So you honestly have to do some work. Go back to 7, 8, 9, find who you imprinted with. Then go, who were they like? Why did I like them? Make the list. Getting healthy isn't easy. It maybe took 25, 35, in my case, 50-some years to freaking figure it out. But guess what? It's not too late. I'm healthy now. I'm happy now. Imagine your life. Just imagine it. Happily in love. Knowing what you want in a relationship. Knowing that it's not full of BS. That this is really what's going to give you long-term contentment, bliss, satisfaction. No more longing, no more looking over your back, no more seeing if there's somebody better, keeping one foot in the door and one foot out, just in case better shows up at your door. It's not the way to be happy. It's definitely not the way to be married. And it's definitely not the way to be a role model for our daughters and our sons. You know, kids are very, very, very perceptive. They know when mom and dad are committed. They see right through our crap. Years and years of being a guidance counselor, I know there are parents that would shudder if they knew what their children told me. And what the message was to me is they really get it. They may not be able to cognitively think, because remember, there's all those developmental stages, but they can feel the way we feel and sense what we sense. So, whoever you're imprinted on, don't end up like me, a skeleton, lost, stuck in Frankie Valley land. And believe it or not, what I learned about imprinting is having sex with someone doesn't guarantee that they're going to love you. Okay, duh. I know, but I'm a late bloomer, okay? Also, just because you love them doesn't mean they love you back. And also, imprinting. The end of my story, Big Girls Do Cry, is a shocker, a mind blower. Because on some level, I got my Frankie Valley, and I was in love with a fantasy. So when I did finally get Mr. All That in a Bag of Chips, you may be surprised to find out what happened to me. My hope for you is that you don't have to go through 50-some years of looking over your shoulder, believing in a fantasy, ruining good guys who, they're not going to be Frankie Valley, they're not Italian, they're not Gavones, they don't wear gold around their neck, they don't drive limousines, but who the hell does? Okay? But I believed in that. And because I could get through that stage door, get him to call me, get to have an affair with him, I believed it for way too long. My hope for you, as always, is that you follow your heart as long as it's not above your head. Ciao.